Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing my first full-on eye look face tutorial that I've done in a long time. My products are all in one place, so I can finally start doing more eye look tutorials like I originally did when I first started my channel. And I'm really excited. So today, to kick off this revamp of an old series that I used to do, Eye Look Monday. I'm not going to be doing them on Mondays, but a revamp of that type of series where I do more eye looks. I wanted to do this very, very dramatic fall look. It's not like super dark where people will be like, where are you going? But it is not, it's not a natural look. As you can see, it's pretty heavy on liner. It is just a very pretty dimensional smoked out crease, and then yes, I only have lashes on one eye. I don't know where any of my lashes are. That's one thing I couldn't find, so I only have one eye on, so pretend. There are a lot of products here that you guys may have in your collection, or you can substitute them for other colors. You can mix this up however you'd like, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to start by priming our eyes using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20 Sand. I'm just putting that over both eyes, and that will help conceal any veins or pigmentation, and it will also help prep for shadow. And the first shade that we're going to be using is Morocco from the Anastassia Beverly Hills World Traveler Shadow Couture palette. And I'm running that into the lower crease area just to warm it up and add a little bit of definition using the Morphe M433 crease brush. And guys, I'm really sorry if I sound a little bit kind of down right now. I'm going through some pretty bad personal stuff, and also this is the fourth voiceover I've done. My mic was being all messed up, and I didn't want the sound to be all weird for you guys, so this is the fourth one I'm doing, so I'm sorry if I sound a little redundant. This is the fourth time I've said all these things. So I'm just going to blend out Morocco using Soft Peach from the same palette and the same Morphe M433. To define the outer portion of the eye, I'm taking Handwritten by MAC. It's one of their matte shades, and it is a very, very true brown. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, but it's just gorgeous to use on the eye. And I'm kind of creating a cat eye shape with the initial application, and then with whatever's left on my 242, I'm just going to wipe that over the rest of the eye, kind of creating a gradient effect. Alright, so the next shade that I'm going to be using is Brown Down from MAC. This is a very similar shade to Handwritten, but it's a little bit warmer and it's not as intensely dark. So this I'm just using right on top of Handwritten to kind of blend it out and then add a little bit of additional warmth into the crease. As you can see, those two together blend perfectly, and it makes like a chocolate milk, hot chocolate beautifulness. So that I'm just putting into the crease area with whatever's left on the brush before going in with Wedge, another one of MAC's matte shades. And this is a very neutral, cool toned beige, and this will really, really help blend out any harsh edges and act as a very good transition shade. Now to add a little bit more warmth, because I lost some of it in the blending process, I'm taking Morocco and Soft Peach and mixing them together. I'm mixing them together instead of just applying Morocco because I don't want it to be too warm. Morocco is slightly orange toned, so I don't want too much of that in the crease. And then to further blend out everything, we're taking Buttery from the Anastassia Beverly Hills Artist Palette on a Real Techniques crease brush, and I'm just highlighting under the brow and then blending out any harsh edges before going in with Blue Velvet from the same palette on a MAC 242. And I'm going to create a cat eye shape again, very similar to what we did with Handwritten, and then I'm going to blend that out using the Morphe M433 again. So again, as I said, I'm making kind of a cat eye shape, and I'm keeping this very, very low on the lid. I don't want this blue going everywhere just yet. I will apply it more kind of all over, but just not right now. So take whatever blending brush you have on hand. My favorite of the past few months has been the Morphe M433. I use it for literally everything. and I'm just going to blend out that blue velvet, kind of smoke it out a little bit before going in with Aubergine from the same palette. Now, Aubergine is one of my favorite shades of all time. It's a beautiful, beautiful mauve maroon purple with slight blue undertones to it. It's not a warm purple by any means. It's just, it's stunning. It goes beautifully with blue velvet. The two together make a gorgeous, gorgeous combo. And I'm taking more of blue velvet. I'm just running that all over the outer crease area, and I'm kind of just stamping it, and then I'm going to blend it. And I'm making sure to keep this very low in the crease, not bringing it up towards the brow too much, and then just blending it out ever slightly. And using a Real Techniques crease brush that's clean, I'm just going to blend everything out so there's no harsh lines at all. To add a little bit more warmth into the crease area, I'm taking Hourglass's Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Radiant Light, and no, Radiant Bronze, I'm sorry. And I'm just running that through the crease with that same shade just to, again, add a tiny little bit more warmth and then brighten the air, and blend the area. The star of the show is going to be Shany Cosmetics Loose Pigment in the shade 14. It is this gorgeous rusty shade, as you can see, and I'm applying it with a MAC 242 flat shader brush all over the inner corner, and then with whatever's left on my brush, I'm slightly bringing that on top of the blue velvet just so there's not like shimmer, matte, like, you know, so I want kind of a gradient. And then to add a little bit more brightness, I'm taking Champagne Pop from BECCA Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill, and I'm going right over shade 14 to create this beautiful rose gold shade. As you guys can see, it is like, do die for. It's, oh my god, I can't even. So next I'm going to be taking Forever Noir from the brand Noir. This is a black kohl liner that I received as a sample from Birchbox, and I'm just running that into the upper waterline to tight line. I do not have Perversion on hand right now, but if you do own that, it's going to be a little bit more intense black, so you might want to use that instead. But also it is a little bit harder to get off, so that's just something to keep in mind. Now using the Morphe Flat Definer brush, I am actually this is a Royal & Langnickel Flat Definer brush. I'm taking the same black eyeliner and running it into the lash line just to darken the area to kind of hide the band of lash that we apply later on, and just to create more of a sultry, smoky effect. Now it's time to prime the face, and we are going to use the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer, which is a pearlescent white primer. It looks beautiful under matte foundations like the one I'm using today, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 230. So I am first going to stipple that all over the face using the Sephora Perfection Complector brush from their 24 karat gold mine brush set, and then I'm going to buff it into the skin, making sure to go down the neck as well for an even canvas. So this is something a little bit different. I don't usually do this step, but I thought, why not? We're just going to map out our contour using a dark concealer. Any one you like is fine. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in, I don't know the shade name, but I'll put it in the description below. I never use this concealer, so I don't really know it that well. But I'm taking it under the jawline, around my cheekbones, and the temples, and then using the same Perfection Complexion Perfector brush, I can't say that, the same Sephora brush, and I'm just going to blend that into the skin, making sure to blend it thoroughly so that there's no demarcation or harsh lines. So I'm going to run that into the temples, making sure to go into the hairline again so there's no demarcation, and done. But not really. So now we're going to highlight using the 20 Sand shade that we used on the lid earlier, and I'm running that down the bridge of the nose, center of the forehead, and the chin, and this will just bring light to these areas and bring them forward and give you a more structured, sculptured look to your face. I'm then going to highlight under the eye area using the same concealer and same brush. And as I've said in my past videos, I never ever highlight directly under my eye. I think it's way too stark, especially for me. And most men in general don't really look super natural when they have a stark under eye highlight, so you want to keep it a little bit lower. And then to set that, I'm using the MAC CC Prep and Prime Loose Powder in the yellow banana shade. And I'm taking that on an Ofra powder brush and just setting the areas where we applied concealer, and then buffing it away all over the skin.
And since we're using a lot of powder and matte shades, you can see that that L'Oreal primer helped a lot because there's still luminosity to the skin without looking too flat. And then this bronzer will also help as well because it has the Radiant Lighting powder in it. Now on a giant ass Morphe paddle brush, which is angled, I'm going to contour the cheeks and the lower jawline. And yeah, that's about it. I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. And then I'm going to I'm going to contour the sides of my nose using the Sephora IT powder brush and the same Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. And I'm going to do that real quick because you guys have seen me contour my nose God knows how many times, so we're not going to torture you with that. Now we are blushing up the face, adding a little dose of color. We're not using dose of color, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. We're adding a little bit of color using the Tarte Amazonian Clay palette, the After Dark palette, and the center blush that comes in that. And now we're going to spoolie our brows and then fill them in using the Sigma Brow Powder Duo in the shade Dark. And I just used a Real Techniques brow brush. So with that same brush that we used to run the black eyeliner into the upper lash line, we're going to run that under the lower lash line with that same brush before going in with Deep Damson to smoke that out. And Deep Damson is one of MAC's matte shadows. It's absolutely stunning. If you don't have it in your collection, you really should get it because there's not too many shades like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful purple, mauve, like blue undertone shade, and it's just stunning. And then to add cohesion between the upper eye area and the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with Blue Velvet and smoke out that lash line as well, and then go in with Kohl to add a little bit of definition only on the outer portion of the eye. Do not bring this anywhere except for the outer portion of the eye. This is not meant to be a black smoky eye. That's only to add more depth. And now we are taking Tornado, which is a dark purple liner from the Urban Decay 24-Hour Glide On set, and I wanted to run that through the lower lash line instead of a black just to add a subtle definition without being too intense. And then I'm going to apply Duo Lash Adhesive, the brush-on adhesive, onto Andrea number 12 lashes and apply them only on one eye, as I said, before filling in the other lashes with Bare Minerals Flawless Definition Mascara. Now for Highlight en Fleek, we are going to highlight the chin, forehead, cheekbones, and brow bone, and nose using, of course, Champagne Pop. You guys know I have been using nothing else but this shade recently. It's just, I can't get enough of it. And now to set the face, I finally picked this up, guys. The L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Setting Spray. Tati talks about it all the time, and I finally bought it, and I'm loving it. And then we're going to just fill in our lips using Gerard Cosmetics 1995 from Jaclyn Hill. And that's it, guys. Now it's time to model for you, and thank you so much.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was pretty heavy in products. I used a lot of different products for this look, but you know me, guys. If you've been watching me for a while, I can never just be like, 1, 2, 3, that's all I'll use today. No. But I really, really love this look despite having only one false lash on. I think it's very smoky. It's very wearable, again, as I said in the beginning. It's not super dark where you can't wear it out in the daytime, but it's still very dramatic. It's gonna make a statement. It has this beautiful shimmer of Champagne Pop and that rusty gold pigment that I had, and I think the combination is just gorgeous for fall. I'm gonna be doing a lot more eye tutorials for you guys in the future. I promise that. I don't know what this is. You don't finger cross. It's pinky promise, right? Okay, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other types of eye looks you want me to do, let me know in the comment bar down below, and I will do my absolute best to get to all of them. And yeah, I hope you liked this, and I'm excited for fall. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!